So let's look at both of these teams. So this is PD's team, this is Serge. Let me just show the bans. So both the first teams were banned. So there's going to be no Flagellant with Riposte for PD, and there's going to be no WD for Serge. Which keeps the Halo open, but WD is gone. So yeah, PD's teams, they're kind of all over the place. Serge's teams, 2 marks, 2 very high power stress teams. I really like his deck, not gonna lie, really like his deck. So I wonder how this is gonna go. Also, there's a slur here. No, not a slur, I mean a swear word. Get out. This is a family-friendly stream for sure. This is a fucking family-friendly stream, guys. No swearing. So I wonder which teams they go for. They still haven't told me who's gonna stream. Okay, Serge is streaming, I believe. Oh, are they in the match already? Oh, these bastards. I think they're in the match already. Okay, they are. They haven't played too much though, so it looks like they're both bringing the stress teams. So PD is bringing his stress team to Grave Robber, and okay, so what happened was Serge went first and just went for a slam on the enemy A-bomb, which was honestly a very good move. I have no idea how that actually happened. PD, oh yeah, I guess PD put him in position too. So immediately we see that this is kind of a difficult matchup because Serge here probably has Gauntlet of Absolution, while PD's Flagellant does not have the Gauntlet of Absolution. He has the Snuff instead, which it's kind of difficult. Kind of difficult for him to win in the stress matchup when he doesn't have the Gauntlet of Absolution. It's just such a powerful trinket, and going Flagellant versus Flagellant and not bringing it. I mean, if you don't bring it to bring like a Hemlock and the Crimson Hook, like okay, at least you're going very aggressive. But if you don't bring it to bring a Snuff, oh come on, not the Snuff. So that's gonna be, oh, that is a powerful Hound's Harry. Was that 2 crits? Just look at the stress output of the freaking Hound's Harry. Just absolutely insane. 1 command buff did go through for that to actually happen. However, if you look at PD's team, look at how much DOT he's outputting. That is actually insane how much DOT he's actually doing. So he's probably not that much of a stress team. He's more like with the DOT team. I'm gonna have to believe right now. Oh, that's gonna be a good crit. Into a good crit as well. Crit. At least that Abomination Riposte is gone for the meantime. And also that A-bomb has taken so much damage. So much freaking damage. Oh, that Panic Dart is gonna hurt if it's a Panic Dart. No, it's gonna be a lunge, it's gonna hurt even more. Oh, 33 lunge. Oh my goodness. I think Manarams even has a Pit Fighter's Helm, and he still took a lunge for 33. Of course, when you use the stealth, you give yourself double damage for the next ability, and also 8% crit and plus 50% stress dealt. It's kind of insane how powerful that Shadow Fade is. So this Flagellant might just be... He doesn't have any accuracy buffs, does he? There's no accuracy buffs on this Flagellant. There's actually accuracy debuffs on because of that Snuff. This Flagellant's setup is not looking too good for Exsanguinates. He's going to be having 81 accuracy. So I do hope that Serge potentially maybe uses a bolster. I mean, he probably wants to use Bellow and other abilities first right now, but a bolster wouldn't be too bad at this point. Especially because all of his opponent's abilities kind of suffer a lot from accuracy, and he doesn't have a Man-at-Arms or a Jesser to buff up the accuracy of those. So I wonder what Serge is going to do. Yeah, he is going to use that bolster, so he's going to rely a bit on the RNG, which is definitely a very good play, in my opinion. So that's going to be a stun on an A-bomb, and he's all the way in the back. He doesn't have... He's doing a lot of DOT. He is doing a lot of DOT as well. This match is going to go by really fast. It really is. He's trying to make the math if he drops to to the correct amount as the Flagellant. Is he just going to relinquish the pressure and go for an immediate redeem? He is, actually. So that's sacrificing long-term abilities for short-term safety, which could he suffer a death blow on his man at arms? Yeah, he could suffer a death blow immediately. I guess he wants to keep him alive for a little while longer. So that's definitely not a bad play. We're gonna see an absolution, which is gonna be met with a Hound's Harry, which is gonna drop that enemy Doggy Master to 0 HP once he acts. There's a lot of DOT going through. And the thing is, because PD's Flagellant doesn't have even the Gauntlet of Absolution, his healing skills are going to be greatly diminished, and since his characters are also like very squishy characters, they're all going to be dropping like quite soon. Also, I just realized I forgot to turn off this music. I'm quite sorry. Their stream is looking a bit choppy, but well, I think something happened in the meanwhile. Maybe Reign of Sorrows? I can't really tell. Yeah, I think that Flagellant acted while the stream was being quite choppy. Maybe Reign of Sorrows. I can't really know. But oh well. Yeah, as you can see, that Flagellant's almost afflicted right now. If you had Gauntlet of Absolution, this would be looking very different. I'm not quite sure. I think he's run out of command buffs on his Houndmaster though, so he might have to use another command right now. There is going to be a stunning blow right there, instead of transform. I'm not sure if I agree with that move. I would have maybe preferred to see like a transform rage instead of that, honestly, or even a transform rake or something, considering he still had the extra accuracy from the command buff. He very likely could have hit that Grave Robber and done a lot of damage, as well as DOT. He has DOT on his Abomination because that padlock. That Grave Robber would be feeling horrendous right now. Okay, the Flagellant goes Rapturous by the start of round 4. Does, oh, okay. I guess he doesn't need to do damage to the Grave Robber if the Flagellant does that for him. So finally the Flagellant misses, but it missed the wrong character. You definitely don't want to get hit like that as the doggy. And the Man-at-Arms is still taking enough. That's going to be an Act Out Bellum, which surprisingly hits everyone. Very surprisingly, considering he had 97 accuracy on that. Very surprising it actually hits. How does he have 97 accuracy on the Bellow? Oh, because he's at Death's Door and his Affliction's also giving him -5 as well. Yeah. So it's kind of countering that eerie eye, and we are gonna see a 25% death blow, so that is very, very good for Serge right now. This is looking very good. Because honestly, PD, even if he gets rid of, you know, both the backline characters right now with a few death blows, maybe from the Reign of Sorrows, he's still gonna have to deal with this Flagellant, and he's still gonna have to deal with the transformation from the Abomination, because he hasn't transformed twice. He's only transformed once, and another transform's pretty much gonna do most of the other characters' stress bar. It's pretty much gonna fill that up. So that's gonna be an immediate death blow. I don't really believe that Reclaim was all that good. I think at this point you just give up on the backline. At least on the MEA, you just give up on the MEA and you just try to heal the doggy potentially, but there's just a lot of DOT on his backline between that Reign of Sorrows, so it was probably never gonna be enough anyway. Now, does he just drop a Redeem now, keep his doggy alive, keep going with that, I'm not sure if he dropped command, but even if he didn't, a good Hound's Harry right now could land him the match. So, oh, that's a big Redeem, a Redeem crit when you need it. Isn't that rare? Usually you see Redeem crits are completely unnecessary, but not this one, not today. That's the Ancestor quote, I think when you heal out of Death's Door or something. Or maybe when you go Virtuous, I can't remember. Oh, moves forward. I'm not quite sure what that entails. I mean, I guess he can't use Slam anymore and use Beast Smile next round. He fails that stun, which was a 90, I think. Doesn't he have the manacles? The manacles trinket, how do you call them? I keep forgetting what that trinket is called on the enemy Abomination, but it gives him an extra 15% stun chance, so if you did have that, it would have been like a 90% of getting that stun. The Abomination says no to that redeem, so he just decides to go forward with the punish, doing maybe enough stress to drop this Abomination with this. So yeah, that's enough. That's enough. So this Abomination is going to be afflicted at Death's Door and goes Abusive. The act out hit from Abusive does a lot of blight, as well as a decent amount of damage. So he probably doesn't want to have that happen. If we see a Rake right now, it's not going to do a death blow because the heal from the Flagellant comes first. Yeah. So no death blow checks going on at that moment, but still a lot of stress. Still a lot of stress. Balderdash, I will not be deceived, goes for the Panic Darts on the Flagellant instead of one of the other two, which kinda sucks. If you're PD, you definitely want to either kill the doggy or kill the Abomination right there, honestly. And then just hopefully try to 1v1 the Flagellant at the end with your own Flagellant, which is definitely possible, even if you don't have the Gauntlet of Absolute. Oh, dude! Dude, Serge, my man, what have you given the RNGs today? Double death blow into the surrender. Wow, wow. Okay, that was kind of mad. That was kind of mad. Not gonna lie. So that's round one over. That is round one over. So PD is Serge is up 1. And let's go have a quick look at the teams. So Serge, PD lost that match, he was using this team. So that means that Serge has already used 4. So he's not going to be able to use that team. And it looks like they're... No, they're not immediately going to another match. Not quite. Also, you might be watching the stream. So I'm just gonna yeet you out of there if you don't mind. If you don't mind. You was potentially watching that stream. I do believe the players here have a very good competitive spirit, so I don't believe anyone is peeking into anyone's drawers, but just in case, you know. Alright, I wonder what happened. I'm gonna ask what happened. Maybe one of them had a desync or something, I can't quite tell.
I think he disconnected for some reason, I don't know why, so I'm just waiting for him to come back.
Alright, interesting. Ding Dong is actually asking if we finish after this one. How long have we been going? Like almost 4 hours? No, I think we still do potentially a few of the round 2 matches. Probably this one and this one, and then we leave these two. Because, oh no, Yar hasn't played either. I want to get the people who haven't played either yet to play. So we're probably gonna do at least this one and this one. I don't think we have time for this one, honestly. Yeah. RNGs was crack on that game. Absolute crack. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Absolute crack. Absolute crack on that game. So alright. Let's just not let the players see what's going on here. No peeking allowed. Honestly, if you were like super competitive and had like a prize set up or something like that, I would just drag the players to a separate room, you know, the streaming guy. But we don't have to do that right now. So, let's see, we're going to a match number 2. It's match point for Serge. He brings the Halo comp for match point. So if he wins this one, he just takes the best of 3. And PD unfortunately gets eliminated. But let's see what happens. So he gets to go first with the Halo comp. Oh, the humanity. So he pulls that Antiquarian, obviously trying to deny that regen from coming through, which is definitely not a bad play. And he can do what I did last round, which was the last time, which would be just going for a rally flare. You know what I did against Basement A. Except I was using the Musketeer, so I just went for that illuminating shot and just shot the Antiquarian as well. Of course, not only removing the stealth, it also gives you like a small buff in terms of stress taken and accuracy, so definitely maybe a plus that the Musketeer has over the Arbalist, that kind of situation. So let's see what he does now. He of course gets stunned. He did use that battle ballad, so he's going to be ignoring most of that dodge that his opponents have. PD's team is very interesting, honestly. It's kind of... how do I put this? It kind of looks like semi-DOT between that Houndmaster, the Abomination, and the Antiquarian, but also has a lot of like control in the form of this Crusader. So that's very interesting. Also, because he did use that Rallying Flare, he got rid of the stealth and got rid of the stun. So that was a very good play by Serge to actually use the anti-stealth there. I almost missed it. Kind of forgot that the mark was there on the Antiquarian, but unfortunately he doesn't get the crit, so she gets to stay alive for a little while longer. And that might not be a stun. Yeah, that might not be a stun. I'm pretty sure this Crusader of PD's has that, how do you call it, the Writ of Execution instead of the Brass Knuckles, so we're just not gonna see a stun go through because the Crusader had he had 70% stun resistance. So no stun happening today. That is pretty good, even with the crit. Kind of crazy how that happens. Kind of crazy. So PD here just feeling kind of in a weird position because he needs to be quite careful with his picks right now. I'm not sure this is the best play because it's just going to be met with another how do you call it? Another take cover. And you're gonna have to remember that you pretty much are not gonna get a kill with caltrips right now. Like, pretty much never gonna get a kill with caltrips because she has like so much death blow resistance. Caltrips is a 30% death blow chance, which, you know, 30 is, you know, a bit better than 25, but it's still not too good. He misses that stun on the Chester, so that's kind of unfortunate for him. He goes for the 30, doesn't get it, but at least it's -1 less sword check. But, you know, this isn't feeling too good for PD right now, even if he acts with his Antiquarian at the moment. Like, this really isn't feeling too good. Also, that chance of getting a stun was an 80% chance of actually hitting that Manacles, because he does have the Wretch's Cloak for the extra 10 accuracy. Now he just goes for a slam, which is a 70 now, instead of going for the 80. Oh, this is really sad. This is really sad to see, and very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, because we might just see 2 death blows come down this round between the finale and maybe a sniper shot or something. This is just terrible. This is just horrendous. I mean, not terrible, but definitely not terrible play. I mean, good plays by PD to go for that slam. Okay, that is an absolute minimum roll, which is gonna make it so that the Houndmaster stays alive. He's definitely gonna stay alive with that, so that's just gonna be a Hound's Harry. He's gonna be at 1 HP, which is almost enough, but not quite. Who goes first next round? I still believe it to be Serge. So, yeah, there's not going to be an immediate slam or stun by the start of next round. And, oh, PD surrenders. So he surrenders his second match. Yeah, this was not going too well at all. I'm gonna have to be honest. I mean, missing those 2, this is just what the Helicomp does. If you get unlucky once, or like if something happens once or twice, it just wins the match because it's too bursty, it's too powerful. So that is going to be... It is a 2-0 for Serge, right? Yes, it is. Alright. GG to both players. Unfortunately, IamPD is going to drop out of the tournament and Serge gets to move forward.